So these are all great answers. There's no wrong answer here. First thing I want to do in this workshop as we dive into purpose is we need to demystify purpose, because a lot of people, especially men, assume purpose is one thing, but it's really something else. So most people, especially us, we assume that purpose is a destination. Who's felt like this in the past? Yeah? Almost everyone. So a lot of people think that purpose is a destination, something that you eventually get to one day, like, oh, I finally found my purpose, right? But this isn't what purpose is at all. In fact, in The Way of the Superior Man, David Deida lays it out really nicely. And we talked about this a couple days ago, and how purpose is not a destination, but it's a journey. And so instead of purpose looking like this, purpose really looks more like this. Okay? And so something very important to remember here, boys, is that each chapter of your life is preparing you for the next. What did we read in The Way of the Superior Man just the other day? Chapter 12 is we have to be willing to give 100% of our effort and our energy to the chapter that we're on. And then when it's time to change, when our body says time to let go and move on, when the heart says time to let go and to move on, and the mind says, no, we need to hold on to this, what do we have to do?
Move forward.
We have to move forward. We have to be willing to go into the bardo, the transition state, the place where we have no idea what life is going to look like. We have no idea if we're going to live or die. At the end of the day, the ego is like thinking that we're going to perish here, right? But we know that the bardo state is a natural part of progression and changing chapters, yes? Yeah. Beautiful. So, our purpose is a journey, not a destination. Your greatest purpose in all of your lifetimes, in all of your incarnations, is eventually somewhere we land. And then beyond that is something that we can't comprehend, right? Because here we are in the third dimension. So, our third dimensional travel here through purpose is we meet our first layer. And in this first layer, it could be anything. It could have been your first hobby when you were a kid that was teaching you new life skills and lessons. Could have been the first sport that you played. Could have been the first relationship that you had, right? And so as we move through that first layer, we get here, where we learn new skills, okay? We learn new skills. We develop our spirit, our soul, our bodies, our minds, our hearts. And then when it's time to let go and move on, we go into the next layer, where we learn even more skills. So each layer is teaching us more skills, to where we become more skilled in our ultimate purpose. But as we're going through this process, as we're on this journey, it's impossible to know what our ultimate purpose is, okay? Maybe your ultimate purpose is meditating to the point where you discover that you are God and you're infinitely and ineffably peaceful and tranquil, right? It's very hard to piece together what that feels like or looks like in this space, isn't it? So, as we move through each layer, we learn new skills. We become more skilled in being a human, being a man, being a soul incarnating as a human body, right? A spirit having a human experience. Does this make sense to everyone? Does this land, right? Does this take the weight off the shoulders of having to find your purpose? Yeah?
Absolutely.
Cool. And so I want you guys to really focus on this, because the biggest part and the most important part of the purpose journey is to enjoy the journey.
Yes.
This is your story, guys. Your legacy. Imagine you're writing a book about your life and every action that you take. Okay? Do you want to write it in a hurry? Do you want it to be full of things that you wish you didn't do? Right? Do you want it to be a beautiful story, a beautiful destiny, a beautiful legacy that is something that people want to really feed off of and read and dive into and be empowered by? Yeah? How we do that is we enjoy the journey, and we treat the journey as a sacred journey. Every journey in life is sacred. Okay? There's no journey that's not sacred. Your journey is sacred. Your journey is special. It is unique. And as you move through your journey, you become more and more and more and more and more and more and more skilled at being you, the unique expression of yourself, okay? Does it make sense to everyone? Does it land? Yeah? Okay. I'm curious, what does this journey look like for you right now, guys? What chapter are you on? Somebody share. Where are we in our onion of purpose here?
Shedding the boy and becoming the man.
Shedding the boy and becoming the man. That's a big one, right? So let's say Jack is here. Once he sheds the boy and becomes the man, then he has a whole new layer, a whole new universe to discover, right? Deeper and deeper and deeper purpose. And I'll say even in this way, right? For me, in alignment with Jack as well, first big layer for me was learning sales. It happened for me whenever I found an MLM company. And they were like, hey, you can have so much opportunity, so much purpose, so much this, be your own boss. And I finally felt inspiration. I finally felt empowered. Before that, I was like, what's the point of life? What's the point of living? I feel so alone. I feel outcasted. I just don't feel like I fit in here in Louisiana. And I found that MLM and I said, I'm going to be the best at this. When I got in there, I learned how to network. I learned how to communicate. I learned how to sell. I learned how to empower. Right? I was very unskilled at it, but I was learning as I went. That eventually led into some other entrepreneurial adventures where I was able to find a little bit more success, learn a little bit more, which eventually led into Waiter, where I was able to sell with confidence, with clarity, still unskilled, mind you, but I finally made some money, right? Which allowed me to go and travel into the next stage. Traveling opened up my mind, opened up my heart, opened up my spirit, showed me what the world was all about, which finally allowed for me to bet on myself, build confidence, have a little online business so I could go travel even more, go learn more, go express myself more, go connect with other people. And this has eventually led me to where I am today, this day, right? So each and every experience led me here, right? Somewhere in the onion. Each and every experience you have, each and every chapter is leading you deeper and deeper here. If you focus on self-development, if you focus on developing yourself and growing spiritually, mentally, physically, I just had this download outside. Again, obviously I know this, I'm a product of this. You can't not win, okay? You can't not win. You will become successful. It's a fact. It's impossible to not be successful if you are continuously growing every single day, if you're taking aligned action every single day. Okay? Does that make sense, everyone? Yes, sir. Beautiful. So I want you guys to think about where you are in this onion, this journey of purpose. Because it's very important to recognize and be like, oh, I'm here. Perfect. I'm going to get as skilled as I can possibly get so that I can go ahead, come to the end of this chapter and say, whoop, there it was. My body, my heart, my mind, everything's telling me it's time to move on. Right? Maybe you get fired from your job like I did. Right? Maybe you get sent back home during COVID like I did. Right? Oftentimes the universe will intervene and tell you, hey man, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. I used to serve plant medicine, was what I did primarily, and then the universe said, enough. Right? That's enough. And I communicated before, I said, God, if you want me to do this, send people, make this effortless, organize the whole thing, and I will show up and do it. I invite you to bring the same philosophy into your work that you're doing. God, if I'm supposed to be here doing this, if I'm supposed to stay in this chapter, make it easy and effortless. Make it happen naturally, and I'll show up for it 100%. Can we all do that? Yes. Okay. Well, I think that there's a gajillion phrases that we heard growing up that are bullshit. Okay. And just come from a different level of consciousness, right? The planet's really enhanced. But with that being said, just because something is difficult doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it.
Enjoy.
You have to connect with your heart and your body and ask, is this what I need to be doing right now? Because relationships are hard, boys.
Yes.
My relationship has not been the easiest by any means, but it's been beautiful and it's taught me so much more than I could have ever imagined. It's taught me how to be much less selfish. It's taught me how to actually relate, how to be with the feminine, how to be in my masculine. Incredible, incredible teacher, right? And so just because it's difficult doesn't mean you shouldn't be there. But If your heart, your body, your mind says the time is to move on is now, I invite you also to ask God, ask the universe, hey, if it's time for me to move on, create the opening, create the gateway for me to move on. Because I've been in difficult situations where I've said, if it's time for me to move on, create the gateway, create the pathway for me to move on. It's like, nope, you're supposed to be here. And sometimes it's years. Sometimes it's years. And while you're handling one part of your purpose, maybe another part of and you're moving on from one into the onion deeper on one side, maybe over here you're still burning karma, you're still belonging, you're still learning, right? And I'll tell you, relationships are one of the master teachers here. That take a long time. Another massive thing to remember is that if you want to feel purposeful and you want to be in your purpose, the key word here is service. You can't be in service without being purposeful. Okay? So it's not about finding your purpose, it's about living purposefully. It's about living purposefully. That is being in your purpose. On purpose. Think about this phrase, on purpose. Right? We're doing it with intention. This will never come. I found my purpose. Right? Now, you may get to this feeling of I found my purpose once you get deep enough into this journey, okay? But you're always on purpose when you're in service and you're taking aligned action that is in alignment with what you are here to do, okay? So now we're going to dive deeper into what that looks like. We use a triad because it's easier to understand. Everybody got everything from this one? Yeah? Beautiful. All right, boys. So first things first. What we're going to be diving into is this triad here. What we love to do, what gives to the world, and what makes money. We're going to start here. We're going to morph this into this, and then we're going to morph this into this. Because at the end of the day, in Awaken Breath, my organization, we focus on impact and income. Here's the thing. We're here to create impact, right? Does everybody feel like we're here to create impact? Yeah, everybody? Perfect. When we're here to create impact and we burn the boats, meaning that we go all in on our purpose and we go all in on creating impact, it's a very important thing that we have to get in order to fuel that impact, to create sustainability in your impact, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you're going all in on your purpose in coaching or wellness facilitatorship. You have to have income, okay? Yep. So some of you, this will be very important. Some of you aren't trying to be a wellness facilitator and coach, okay? You're not trying to lead retreats, etc. And in that case, you don't really need to focus on this, but it's nice to make some extra money as well, okay? So some of you, this is going to be really important. Some of you, this is going to be the most important thing. This fusion here, and for some of you, this fusion here, like Harrison, Chad, Giorgio, the brothers that are working on their wellness business, it's going to be very, very important. We're going to distill this down, and we're going to discover what we love to do, how it gives to the world, how it can make money, and then we're going to get in deep alignment with the actions that we can take every day to bring ourselves into this quadrant successfully, okay? Beautiful. Everybody ready? Beautiful. Let's write down the top 10 things that we love to do. Top 10 things that we love to do. Now's the time. Dive into your journal. I'm going to write down mine. You write down yours. I'll use it as an example, okay? Take a few minutes to write down the top 10 things we love to do. These are mine. I'm just showing you as an example of where the placement is, okay? You don't have to do this triad. You can just write it down on your journal. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to pick our top 3. Our top 3. I know. If you got one that's like, oh, it's got to be in there. Top 4, it's okay. Right? If you got 2, top 5, it's okay. Right? But our top 3, right? Put it in there. From here, brothers, we're taking what we love to do and we're shaping it into what gives to the world. Right? What are different things that we can do in service to the world with what we love to do? For example, if I pick my top 3, I do love to facilitate. I do love to play music. Let me see, empower others. I'd say empower others. Play sports with friends. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. And
That's 3.
I gotta have a 4th because I really like it, man. Come on. All right, come on. So, facilitation. What are some ways we can do that? Workshops, retreats, coaching. Okay. Play music. Write an album. Right. Play shows. Work on getting signed with a label. Right? This is definitely in my future, but it's not right now because I got to focus on other things. But empowering others. How can we empower others? Speaking, right? Serving, right? Retreats. Write a book, right? Anything that empowers others. Get creative here. And then playing sports with friends. How can I give to the world? Putting together a little league with my buddies and making it to where we do breath work and we connect and we play sports, and it's about building. We turn it into a ceremony, just like solar ball, right? And it is spiritual ceremony because you'd be here, you'd be here, you'd be here, but you got to end here. It's like part of it. It's like the rule, right? So we're bringing our top 3 or 4 into what gives to the world, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start that now. Let's go ahead and begin.
Is it 1 for each?
Yeah, you can be multiple. You can be multiple. Yeah, we're spitballing.
These are actions.
These are actions.
Will get us to there.
Service-based actions. So facilitate, I can host retreats.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not actions that you'll take on the steps to get there, but it's the actual thing that you're doing.
The thing that you're doing.
Exactly. And you might not be doing it now, and it may seem super far-fetched to do it right now, but for the sake of the process here, just write down whatever comes to mind, whatever you want to do that also gives to the world, okay? Because, for example, with facilitation, that can be retreats, book, coaching, workshops, you know? So you could have multiple things that gives to the world that also revolves around loving what you do. Bring more intention into your conversations.
A powerful conversation.
Make sure that the conversations are lined. You're listening, you're serving, you're adding to the conversation. Think about the most enjoyable conversations you've ever had. How many of those conversations did that person that you were speaking to just tell you everything about themselves? Never. The most enjoyable conversations you've ever had is the person who asked you questions about yourself and allowed you to speak. Right? So bringing intention into the conversations. But this is how we give back to the world. And it can relate to how you show up for others. This does give back to the world. Also, every single country you ever go to needs philanthropy. Right? Giving back. Exactly. It's great to give back. It's great to give back. Especially third world countries, Latin America. Find charities, even if it's just a charity that you donate a percentage of your travel expense to, or if it's something you want to go put sweat equity in. Like when we were in Peru, we painted a whole school, built a wall, put a gate up, and it was just like doing that set up the energy for the ceremonies that we had. And like it was like we had to give first, then to receive. That was my boy Brandon Collinsworth, his mission, his fellowship. Really good, yeah. That's what we're going to do in Peru in January, for sure. Work with Fernando. So giving back. Giving back, giving back. How can we give? How can we be in service to the world? Right? Even like we think about the world as humanity, but the world is also like Pachamama, Mother Earth. So where can we clean up when we go out there? Maybe take half a day to go clean up the beach, you know? Or take time to go plant trees, right? Your wife is the world. Because when you give back to your wife, she's going to give back to everyone she works with. When she gives back to everyone she works with and touches and communicates with, they do the same. So every single action where you provide value to the world in any way, whether it's writing a freaking ebook, a regular book, you having a nice conversation with your wife, hanging out with your kids, every single thing that you do that gives to the world creates a ripple. Every single thing that you do creates a ripple. In both ways, yeah. So whenever you do something that's taking away from the world in our chart over here, it also creates a ripple. So what ripples are we choosing to create? What ripples are we choosing to create? All right, guys. We're going to do from here is pick our top 3 or 4. So we're going to pick our top 3 or 4. What gives to the world combined with what we love to do. And go. We got our top 10 from what we love to do. We picked our top 3. Okay? We're taking our top 3 and we're morphing it into 10 things that give to the world. Okay? And then we're going to pick our top 3 from there. Make sense? We starting to see where this is going, boys? Yeah? Okay. From here, our top 3 things that we love to do and that also give back to the world. How can we make money from them? Okay. Somebody give me an example of the top 3. Top 3 right here. Top 3. Strong community. School community. Obviously. Another one.
Help others heal.
Help others heal. Obvious one, right? Workshops, coaching, retreats. Yep. Top 3. Any other ones? Give me ones that aren't related to this work, guys. Beautiful. So, hunting.
Guide service.
Exactly. Guiding hunts. Competition shooting. I imagine that contest. Lessons. Exactly.
Campsite, film campsite.
Yep. Bang. There you go. There you go. There's always somebody out there that's better than you, but there's more people that want to learn from you. What makes money? 10 of them. 10 of them. 10 of them. Let's do it, boys. 10 of them. There's many ways to make money. Infinite amounts of ways to make money these days. Creating content online, generating leads, organic lead acquisition. Creating content on Insight Timer or YouTube, getting paid residuals. Writing a book. Hiring a marketing team to make it a bestseller. Leveraging that book to speak, to do speaking gigs. That's what I'm in the process of right now. Leverage, leverage, leverage. Create a supplement company. Hire a coach to teach you how to build a supplement company. Invest in the supplement company. Right? Leverage the supplement company to sell other products. To do training. So many different ways to make money and create leverage. So we'll go over this once everybody gets there. All right, boys. Top 3. What is the top 3 things, the top 3 ways for us to make money doing what we love that gives to the world? Top 3. Let's get after it. All right, brothers, we got our top 3 here. Okay. Next thing we want to do is elaborate. All right, next things next, we want to do elaborations. So I want you guys just to go beyond your thinking mind and let there be no limit to what's possible for you and really allow for your ceiling of what's possible and the income possibilities and the impact possibilities to be absolutely infinite. We can all do that? Yeah? Beautiful. So what we're elaborating on is your top 3 ways to make money. I want you to elaborate on them. Get clear on them. Go into detail. And allow for the sky to be the limit. Right? So if public school program, like how many public schools do you want to be working with? Do you want to create a program for the public schools so that not just you have to be there? Do you want to delegate that to other people? What does a program look like? What is it, what is the framework around it? Yep, exactly. So elaborating on that. Chad, networking with biohacking companies, right? What biohacking companies can you think of right now that you want to work with? What kind of products do you want to work with? How many biohacking companies do you want to work with by the end of the year, right? How many clients do you want to create from the collaborations, okay? Who else? Franchising, Dusky. How many franchises do you want? What passive revenue do you want coming in before you're like, okay, I'm good. I'm done franchising now. I've created enough revenue. I've created enough impact and now I can focus fully on art. Yeah, exactly. Because we brought all 3 quadrants into this quadrant, right? So this quadrant already tackles what you love to do and creates impact for the world and ways to make money. So we're getting clear on all 3 quadrants coming together on what our goal really is. Like, what is your goal really? Get detailed, get defined, get refined. Once we get there, we'll be able to really take action toward that goal. All right, let's move on. Next things next, aligned actions, boys. Aligned actions are the most important feature in all of this. What are the aligned actions that you need to take every single day to bring yourself closer to these elaborated goals? What aligned actions do you need to take every single day to bring yourself closer to these goals? Aligned actions are the most important thing that you will ever do in your entire life. Purpose equals daily aligned actions. If you're taking daily aligned actions, then you will be in purpose, always. So write down the daily aligned actions that you will take and that you need to take in order to achieve your goals, okay?
Whatever actions are 1 million actions.
That many actions.
Priority.
Over the course of the next 5 years.
Okay.
As many actions as you feel are necessary to achieve the top 3 ways to make money that were then elaborated, okay? What are the aligned actions that you need to take every day to achieve that goal? Well, here's the thing. When's the goal? This is another important piece. We'll add this piece as well. When do you want to accomplish the goal? 5-year plan? 1-year plan? Okay. So what do you need to do this month in order to get that much closer to that goal? Okay? Yes. What do you need to do this month to achieve that? And then take that month and break it down by the week. And then if you want to get really detailed, you can take that week and break it down by the day. Because there's several daily things that you need to do every day. Like get online, talk to contractors, talk to the government, talk to whoever is in charge of the programs being run in prisons, right? Network with other supplement companies, get with your coach, right? And then there's some things that you need to do weekly, like update your website, work on writing the book, at least 4 hours a week, for example. So we're putting a timestamp on that goal, breaking it down so that it comes into actionable items. Last but not least, before we go into our breakout rooms, affirmation. Every morning, you are going to speak affirmations of purpose. Affirmations of purpose. Affirmations of purpose, okay? Beautiful. Your affirmation can sound something like this. I choose to live purposefully and pursue purpose every day. I'm so grateful to be blank, building my business, writing my book, continuing to host retreats, building relationship, etc. I'm so excited to be doing this, earning 1 million profit per year after expenses, donating millions to the best charities with money earned by providing 1,000 times more value doing what I love, and playing festivals, speaking on big stages, and hosting big retreats, right? I choose to live purposefully and pursue purpose every day. I'm so grateful to be franchising my business, making more money than I've ever made before, having an incredible branded art company, selling my art at huge commissions, and living incredibly abundantly. I choose to live purposefully and pursue purpose every day. I choose to live purposefully and pursue purpose every day. I am so grateful to be doing X, Y, and Z. We're bringing in the energy of gratitude into our mantra, into our affirmation. You guys see that? Yeah. So saying it, when you say it in your heart. I am so grateful to be able to pursue this purpose every day. I'm so grateful to be accomplishing X, Y, and Z. I'm so grateful to be donating millions to charities, having this incredible charity organization that not only impacts so many lives, but also helps with taxes. I'm so grateful to be able to support so many people through doing what I love and earning $1 million a year in profit after expenses and donations. I'm so excited and grateful and living purposefully and playing big festivals, speaking on big stages, creating massive impact on stage, and hosting big, high-ticket retreats for people that are going to go bring it back to their community and bring the medicine back to their community and create even more impact. So grateful to be creating this much impact every day. And I want you guys to write it every morning. It can be different versions of it too. Okay? When you write your gratitude letter, then we write our affirmation. We got it? Gratitude letter. To the universe. Into affirmation. First, we write the gratitude letter to charge ourselves up with the energy of gratitude, create the super magnet, and then we go into the affirmation that is rooted in purpose. Okay? So we're going to take a few more minutes to finish writing our affirmations, and then we're going to get into breakout groups. I'm going to put some music on. You guys are going to share your top 3 ways to make money, the aligned actions you're taking every single day, your time goal, and your affirmations for that said goal, okay? The affirmations that you're going to be saying every single day after your gratitude letter. Again, top 3 ways to make money, aligned actions that you're taking every day with the timestamp of when you want to accomplish that goal, and your affirmations you're using every day. We understand the assignment, boys? Beautiful work, guys. Give yourself a round of applause. Let's go. Good job, good job, good job, good job.